In the quest for self-improvement, we often seek dramatic transformations. We set ambitious goals, hoping for overnight success. However, lasting change rarely happens through grand gestures. Instead, it is the accumulation of small, consistent actions, what I call atomic habits, that leads to remarkable results over time. Imagine a plane taking off from London, destined for New York City. If the pilot adjusts the course by just a few degrees at the start, it might seem insignificant at first. However, over the course of the entire flight, this minor change in direction will lead the plane to land thousands of miles away from its intended destination. Just like the slight course adjustment of the plane, small changes in our daily routines can have a profound impact on our lives in the long run. Whether it's dedicating 5 minutes each day to meditation, reading a few pages of a book, or choosing a healthy snack over a sugary treat, embracing the concept of atomic habits can be transformative. To truly harness the power of atomic habits, it is essential to understand the underlying mechanics of habit formation. Every habit, whether good or bad, follows a neurological loop that consists of 4 stages: cue, craving, response, and reward. The first stage, the cue, is a trigger that signals our brains to initiate a particular behavior. It could be anything from seeing a notification on our phone to feeling a wave of stress wash over us. Once the cue is registered, it triggers a craving, which is the motivational force behind every habit. We don't crave the habit itself, but rather the change in state it provides. For example, we don't crave scrolling through social media, we crave the feeling of connection or distraction it offers. The response is the actual habit we perform, which can be a thought or an action. Finally, the reward is the end goal of every habit. Understanding these 4 stages is crucial because it allows us to consciously design our environment and routines to promote the formation of good habits and break free from the clutches of bad ones. To make good habits inevitable and bad habits impossible, we need to apply the 4 laws of behavior change, which directly correspond to the 4 stages of habit formation. These laws provide a practical framework for modifying our environment and routines to our advantage. To make a habit obvious, we can use implementation intentions such as I will, behavior at time, in location. For instance, I will meditate for 10 minutes at 7 a.m. in my living room. To make it attractive, we can pair an action we want to do with an action we need to do, a technique known as habit stacking. For example, after I pour my morning coffee, I will write down 3 things I'm grateful for. To make a habit easy, we can reduce friction by preparing our environment in advance. For instance, laying out our workout clothes the night before removes an obstacle to exercising in the morning. Conversely, to make a bad habit difficult, we can increase friction. For example, deleting social media apps from our phones during work hours can help us stay focused. The 2-minute rule: conquering procrastination. Procrastination is a formidable foe in the battle of habit formation. It often stems from the feeling of overwhelm when faced with a task that seems too daunting or time-consuming. To combat procrastination effectively, we can employ a simple yet powerful technique called the 2-minute rule. The 2-minute rule states that when you start a new habit, it should take less than 2 minutes to do. This rule encourages us to break down large, intimidating tasks into smaller, more manageable steps. For instance, instead of committing to an hour-long workout, we can start by simply putting on our workout clothes. Once we've overcome that initial hurdle, it becomes much easier to continue with the rest of the routine. By making the starting point ridiculously easy, we trick our brains into initiating action, overcoming the initial resistance that often leads to procrastination. Once we've taken that first step, however small, it becomes easier to keep moving forward. The influence of environment and social circles. Our environment and the company we keep play a pivotal role in shaping our habits. We are social creatures, wired to conform to the norms of our surroundings and the behaviors of those around us. This inherent tendency can either work for or against us, depending on the nature of our environment and social circles. Imagine trying to stick to a healthy eating plan while surrounded by colleagues who indulge in sugary treats and fast food every day. Conversely, if we surround ourselves with individuals who prioritize their well-being, their positive habits can influence our own, creating a supportive ecosystem for growth and transformation. Therefore, it is crucial to be mindful of the environments we inhabit and the people we spend our time with. If we want to develop positive habits, we need to create an environment that supports those behaviors and seek out communities that align with our values. By carefully curating our social circles and surrounding ourselves with positive influences, we can harness the power of social contagion to our advantage. Embracing the journey of atomic habits. The journey of atomic habits is not about achieving perfection overnight. It is about embracing the power of small, consistent actions and trusting that they will compound over time, leading to remarkable transformations. As you embark on your own journey of atomic habits, remember that setbacks and challenges are inevitable. Don't let perfection be the enemy of good. Embrace the process, celebrate your progress, and never underestimate the power of tiny changes. Start small, stay consistent, and trust that with each positive action you take, you are moving closer to becoming the best version of yourself.